little bit of width on this occasion, and that's a fantastic stroke by Hilton Cartwright. You'd often cover moving a couple of paces to their right. That's short, it's edged and it's dropped. The shorter ball, and that so often happens. That was against India A up in Townsville. That's another thick outside edge, and this time taken by De Bruyn. Well, there'll be some enjoyment there for South Africa because they still got their man, and it did not cost them any runs whatsoever. South Africa over the line. And that's through as well. So Hazlitt is off the mark with a boundary. There's another edge, and it's taken. Well, some good slips practice happening here at Harrop Park as Pretorius brings up his second wicket. Almost a carbon copy of the first one, but this time to the right-hander of Hilton Cartwright. Oh, width again, and that's an even nicer shot there by Sam Hazlitt with a lot more force on this occasion and brings up the boundary. Oh, just a fine little tickle on it from Hazlitt down to fine leg. Fine leg is quite square, so he's going to bring up yet another boundary. And once again, so the wagon wheel for Sam Hazlitt. And there's an issue here. Sam Hazlitt is not happy. He's dropped his bat on the run through. The helmet's been thrown to the ground, and I think he's in a little bit of strife here. We've got medical attention coming straight out, and it looks like it's his right leg. And unfortunately, when you see reactions like that, you know, as a player, but also as teammates, that something serious has happened here. Harper again uses his feet and uses it so very well, and uses all the space out through the mid-wicket boundary and picks up a boundary.
The Southern Stars, and she was selected in the Governors 11 as Sam Harper goes long into the fence, absolutely creams the ball from Tabraj Shamsi, and that's 50 for Sam Harper. An absolutely brilliant knock.
Fantastic knock.
The 11 today, he'll come on and join.
Oh, rank full toss, and it's been hit straight down the throat. Well, disappointment there for Sam Harper, because he was certainly well and truly on his way to a bigger score than the 60 that he has got.
Again, you can really go large. It's a great shot.
Well, speaking of going large, so after a couple of play and misses, Mum Sky and Sister Quinn, and there's a big shout, and there's a wicket as well. So in amongst that, I just better get myself back into the game here. The northern end. And have you seen your own? There you go, and I thought that was a bump ball. So you can replace me as commentator as I'm looking between the screen and the state of play and yourself. And it's De Bruyn with the wicket as well. In talking about that, that was probably one of the highlights I thought between Short and Harper too, was there's a shout there and the finger goes up. So we might have to kick you out of the comms very shortly, Matt. I'm only joking, as that is the wicket field at the moment. But in saying that, I'm just seeing he's just coming back out onto the field of play now. There is a shout of catch it, but it's going to land safe.
I'll get two. Good running by the boys.
Very good running. So not only is it good running, it's brought up the half century for the National Performance Squad skipper in Matthew Short. 56 not out. Well, he's gone long, has Short on this occasion, and he's gone all the way. Well, nicely played. And it's going to go all the way as well. Okay, so we have two South Africans off the field of play. Slower ball, bowled. Well, a very fine innings comes to an end. Matthew Short has been bowled by a slower ball from Ndele Feloquelo. And caught. So wickets falling in the last over and this over for Dane Patterson though on this occasion. It's Swepson goes across the stumps on this occasion, and all he manages to do is get himself in line with the delivery that he didn't manage to get bat on. So LBW to Mitch Swepson. So just a quick wrap up for the national performance squad. Some width on this occasion, and Kun does the rest of it. Oh, good delivery, but very, very well played. And it is one of the strengths of Theunis de Bruyn. Full face of the bat, and he's picked up his first boundary. Moody gets onto the legs, and it's whipped away beautifully, and it's going to beat the fielder and pick up the second boundary to chase down 322. And that's a glorious shot, and he did not move a muscle in terms of running because he knew off the blade, and he strays on leg. So much so it's going to be a lot of work for Moody to do, and it's a little bit too far out of his reach. So another boundary to South Africa. Straight, the shouts of catch it, and it came back so very quickly for Moody. And some movement. So De Bruyn certainly pulled out exceptionally late. Now on strike. With width and smashed through the offside. Oh, he's played that well through the onside. Such a balanced shot. And this will be a monster effort from Cartwright if he can track it down, and he can't. He won't miss a moment of cricket. And there's a big shout by Nisa, and he's got him. Finally, the breakthrough the national performance squad were striving for, and a good bowling partnership between Nair and Nisa. Followed that up with a wicket in his next over. And that's beautifully played by David Miller, just using the pace of the delivery. And he's picked up his first boundary. So the South Africans, comfortable run chase, only chasing 107 for that win. Miller on this occasion, though, decides to go big and long. National Performance Squad skipper. And there's a bit of hesitation. Comfortably home is David Miller, and that brings up a single for De Bruyn, as well as his second 50 in this quadrangular series. Just the 66 balls, including 5 fours. Is it through? Yes, it is. Hit with power once again. From the pitch or conditions. Shot. Fantastic work by De Bruyn. He just gets better and better as this innings goes on. Bring back one of the two opening bowlers. Catch it and dropped. Champion in the 5,000 metres. And as I go through the list of great athletes, we're looking at one at the moment because David Miller has just brought up his second 6 of the innings. Abilities like this, we would be hoping that there'll be some cricketers to come. And if there are any young cricketers, which I know there are here today, watching David Miller go about his business, they can certainly be picking up some really good tips. Some challenges early doors. As there's going to be a challenge also here for David Moody, and he's not up to it on this occasion. Beautifully timed shot. Well, he hadn't hit a half century in 31 innings before he came into this series. And now he's hit 3 of them. From just 52 deliveries. Quite unlikely. Particularly if he goes long, long, long like that. Yet another 6 off the blade of David Miller. And he has absolutely dispatched that. So the free hit has been put away for a maximum. Yes, he goes up and over. He goes over the offside as he's done so well right throughout this innings. Brings up the boundary and brings up the win for South Africa. It's a very commanding win by South Africa, a win by 9 wickets over the national performance squad.